So you really believe in lower for longer, which right now is maybe contrarian. It wasn't necessarily contrarian even 3 to 6 months ago, but that's just the story in the press today. So I think that it'll feed two questions. So I'm guessing that most people on the call want to know two big things. One, is there a bubble in real estate? And
So I'll start by not answering the question. As you know, I spent a lot of time at Brookfield, so I spent a lot of time listening and learning from a guy named Bruce Fly, who's the CEO. And he used to talk that alternatives were going to represent, in a pension fund world, we're going to represent 20%. You have stocks and bonds and alternatives, 20%. Now, if you listen carefully, he's talking about alternatives being 50 to 60%, or in a pension fund environment. And the alternatives, as he says, are no longer alternatives. So when you look at that and the amount of capital, it used to be that pension funds in Canada would put in 8 to 10% into real estate. Now they're all clamoring for 25%, and they're going more, and they're growing from there. And that's why they're the envy of the world in terms of their operational expertise. So all is to say, and comes back to your bubble question, when there's this much capital going to be chasing real estate and continuing to chase real estate, I don't think you've seen the bottom of cap rates, and therefore I don't think we're in a material bubble. Yeah, there will be blips, and you'll God willing, we'll not have the COVID-19s in the world again. But as I used to say, when everybody says it's different this time, that's when you sell, because it's never different. There's just something else taking place. So I would say no. I don't think we're in a material bubble whatsoever. I just think you're seeing natural growth given the amount of capital chasing this.
Then the question that follows from that is, prices are up a lot. But if I want to deploy capital in this environment, have I missed the boat? Probably not, by the sounds of things. But
Oh, I would say if you have a 2-year time horizon, yeah, you probably missed the boat. If you have a 10-year time horizon, you have not missed the boat. And it's a function of what your time horizon is. It's not a function of where we are in the cycle. Like, the old Jackie Mason story, like, I could have bought that building for it. Yeah, if you spend long enough in the game, you'll be fine.
I'd like to know what your opinion is on work from home and whether this is a permanent thing. Working from the office is dead. We've had mixed experience here. I'm at the office. I got 3 kids at home. It's loud. Some of our employees are very happily at home and probably don't want to come back. But what do you think? Say 5 years out or even 10 years out, is there a new normal, or do we kind of slowly revert back to the way things were?
Well, I'd ask you to look at my hair. It's gray. I'm old fashioned. I believe in the offices. I believe in the community of working together in an office. And I believe the absolute synergy that needs to take place in an office environment. I'm an absolute believer, and I talk to all of my kids are in their 20s and early 30s. And all things being equal, they can't wait to get back to the office and be with their friends, the social experience. I think it's a really tough concept, this work from home thing, because you don't know, there's no delineation, there's no getting home from work, and there's no reason why you don't go back to your desk at 8 o'clock at night, which is not healthy either. So you really need to be able to shut it down, and that whole idea of a commute or delineating between office and home, I think is absolutely critical. And I think, yeah, there's going to be softness in the office world, I think, in Toronto for a period of time, but I don't think it's structural. I think it's just a small cyclical issue that cleans itself up, in real estate terms, not long-term, like 23, 24. It's not, this is not a 2030 issue that you're seeing, structurally, like in a